Well, good morning. Welcome to my early July garden tour. Thank you for joining me at my channel, Maryborn ND and Gardening with Granny. Let me turn you around and show you what I'm viewing right now. This is my view from my swing. I'll show you my swing in just a bit. But it is a lovely day. Going to become a hot one. But right now it is a lovely morning, and we're sitting here on my deck, and I think I'm going to start with the green stalks, which you see there in full glory. Also, you can see my sweet peas are still blooming and looking lovely. So let's head over to the green stalks and see what we have. So we have some lettuce, which is starting to bolt, but I did succession sow in the next planter. The violas are struggling through the heat, so we'll be pulling those out. I've been pulling them out here and there, but haven't on this green stalk. The dill is looking lovely. It's just bouquet dill. It's not the big mammoth. Strawberries are still producing, but right now they're just little. These are the Tom Thumb, and I thought by now we'd be having tomatoes, but still green. But you know, hey, they're coming. Got oregano down here. Some more lettuce. This is the ruby. I love just coming out here and picking a salad for lunch. Okay, our second green stalk here. We've had snow peas, had a couple of dinners so far with the snow peas. The strawberries up here are my favorite ones. These are the, well, I'll put the name on the screen right now. It's escaping me. Got parsley growing in here, basil, some chard starting up. And there you can see some more lettuce. These are ready to eat. More Swiss chard. That's purple basil. Kale, which is young and not doing real well. These strawberries I'm popping over into another planter and hopefully starting some more plants of them, and I won't have to buy them next year. Some more lettuce starting here. And this is the third green stalk, which I've put some bush beans in, and they are doing really well, ready to flower, and then soon we'll have some lovely beans. Just head right out and pick our dinner. And I started these lettuce about 3 weeks ago. So I do like to succession sow. About every 3 weeks I will put some lettuce seed in and transfer them to here. I find that works better for me than if I try to seed in here. It seems like the birds come and take them, and still have some things that I can move into areas. That'd be the last of it. I've got a very messy chipmunk we've been trying to get rid of. He gets in here and digs, and I put forks in. That usually deters them, but this one's a little tenacious little guy. These are dahlia. I haven't a clue what color. We'll discover that together later on this month. And the sweet peas are actually forming seed pods, and I'm going to let them develop and then dry, and then I'll have seeds for next year. I really enjoy having this plant in this planter. It's as soon as you come out, there's a lovely smell. We have purple martins in the martin house, and right now I think they have young that they're feeding. Generally speaking, in August they leave, so they're busy right now, I think, getting food for their family. They share it with other birds, which is unusual. Usually purple martins don't like to share, but these have been living there, well, a group of them anyways, for at least a dozen years. So, okay, well, let's head out and see what else we have to do. I lost my mic, so I'm going to voice over on this. I'm showing you how I'm making a solution for killing the aphids I discovered that were on the tomato plants. Uh, I like using the solution because it won't kill beneficial bugs. It's just washing the plant, basically. This is the plant where the aphids were found, and it's where I'm going to spray, and like 24 hours later, there are no more aphids, no more stickiness. Tomato plants need good airflow, and they also need to be healthy, and they will resist disease if those things are met. In another video, I show you how I do Florida weave, and I have modified it a little bit, but this works for me. So if you want to um, have a really fuss-free way of putting your tomatoes up, I would suggest that you look into the Florida weave. And if you want, give this solution a try, and well, let me know what you think. I would love to hear from you and see how it's worked for you. I actually use this solution for house plants as well. Well, let's continue on and do some more of the garden visiting for July. Here is my mandevilla looking so lovely. I am so pleased with not only where I put this, but the fact that it's doing so well. I have really done very little to pay attention to it. The peonies also look really good. They no signs of any powdery mildew. In the back, I have some gladiolas that will be coming up later this month. And across the way, the hostas are in full bloom. And this is actually the prettiest time for hosta blooms. Hosta blooms are not especially showy, but they look very pretty when they're full and in bloom. In a couple of weeks, they'll all need to be cut down, and they won't look as nice. Also in here is where I planted the cannas. I have 2 yellow cannas that I planted in here, as well as the Rockin' Deep Purple salvia and the pink begonia. So this bed is looking full, and I'm enjoying it and ignoring the weeds. I think we all have to ignore the weeds at this time of the growing season. They seem to want to take over. This bed is where the coleus, the stained glass coleus, was planted, and it's coming along. It's not as large as it was last year, but looking healthy and very pretty, and I'm enjoying it in this section. This was the primrose section in spring. In this bed we have the hydrangeas. These are the little quickfires, and they are really coming into their own. I'm so excited to see blooms on this, and actually some of the blooms are turning pink. This is the balloon flower. This is the pink one. I also have a blue one that will come into bloom. Probably the end of July video, you'll see those. Well, let's move on to the herb garden. And here I have both the red yarrow and pink yarrow, and they look very lovely. I especially like this red one, but the pink is lovely too. The dahlia, oh, actually, that's a squash. I put in a zucchini. Didn't have another place for it, so I decided to put it there. The dahlias in the back are looking really good, and some of them are actually budding up. Got some calendula poking through there. Rosemary looking really lovely. And the garlic, of course, the elephant garlic, I love their stature and showiness. They won't be ready until August to pull up. Over here we have some more chamomile, and I love this barbecue planter. I turned this gas grill into a planter, I want to say 25 years ago. Well, that does it for the early July garden tour. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the latter part of the month.